Friday. Cheers!
Let's go.
We made it.
We made it to Friday. Listen, this big girl jobbing is exhausting by having a Negroni.
Yeah, vodka soda over here. You know, my favorite low carb, zero flavor. Anything.
I'm having this. I'm in love with these pre-mades. This is a Tanqueray Negroni cocktail. I don't even know what, it doesn't say the calories, or if it does, I can't read it because I'm too old and my eyes don't work. And it's like black font on a green package. I'm like, well done, marketing. I don't want to know anyways. I don't want to know about the calories. We talked about that last week. Who fucking cares?
Well, I do because I count all of them. Even if I'm eating a fucking funnel cake, I'm still like in my head going, this is going to take this many workouts, whatever. Although I haven't been working out recently because I don't know. I just don't feel like it. And I usually do. So next week I'm back on to that. I have my kids.
That's a next week problem.
That's a Monday problem. Sounds like a Monday problem. No, so fun plans for the weekend. I get to go see my second country show tonight. I saw Russell Dickerson last night.
Okay.
And I don't know if you know who he is.
I don't. Would I know any of his songs?
Yeah, it happened to me, I think.
Oh, okay.
You can look it up.
No, I know that one. I do.
It's about to happen to me. You know, she's chasing tequila with High Noon about a girl that just broke up with someone. And he's like, I don't know what happened between them. I don't know what happened to her, but she's about to happen to me.
Listen, I'd chase tequila with anything because that shit tastes terrible. And
you're not a tequila sipper?
Oh, but my girl Vicky is a tequila sipper, mostly because she's also like a super fit actress, fucking fitness model. And so that's her low carb, better. What is it? Your body, because it's agave, it's not like whatever sugar is in my Negroni, so your body knows how to handle it a little bit better. I'm like, oh, whatever.
It's bullshit. So it's funny that you have a glass and I have a glass. You know what this makes me think of? I'm thinking of Love is Blind because you know that show on Netflix. You watch Love is Blind. We need gold ones so you don't know what we're drinking and you don't know how much of it we've had.
That's true. We need some like branded, not even branded. We just need like consistent
gold goblets.
Gold goblets. Love is Blind. Can we talk about that show?
Okay.
Listen,
spoiler alert for anyone who has not watched the finale or the weddings. Don't listen to this next part.
Yeah, don't listen to this part. But my husband doesn't watch much trash TV with me. He watches his own kind of trash TV. His trash TV is like fucking aliens and conspiracies, but I watch true trash. This, Love is Blind, he's completely vested in, and he's watching it, and he knows their names, and I'm here for it.
Oh God.
This episode, okay, first off, before we talk about the wedding episode, this season, did anything really surprise you in the finale?
No.
No, me neither. I was like,
it's also consistent with last season's finale.
Yeah.
And what you're finding a lot of women who aren't putting up with shit from men. If you noticed on the last two season finales, there's like way less marriages because these guys are saying yes and the women are like, not only no, sweetheart, but fuck no. No. I ain't putting up with you.
First, go ahead. Can we just talk? If I walk down the aisle and you have a pick in your hair, I am immediately turning around and going back the other way.
Kelly, I'm going to say this, and I get that for you as a Canadian. If you won't choose the love of your life over a pick, you're one shallow bitch.
That was aggressive.
Just saying.
But hold on a second, because to me, the ceremony itself is just so much of an occasion and formal, and that is just like,
well, that's just a cultural thing, and you just need to get over it.
Oh God.
So let's move on from there. Andrew doesn't even have any hair, so I can understand why you wouldn't want to pick in his hair for a wedding ceremony. I can totally get that. That's why you date bald men that don't. Or wait, I'm sorry, you married one. I date bald men. No, wait, I don't.
I married two bald men. Turns out I have a type. I just didn't even know it. I'm here for it.
You're like, I have a pick issue. I'm worried about this a little bit. So, did anything surprise you in this season?
No. None of the outcomes surprised me. some of the behavior continues to surprise me. And I'm sure that that's an intentional recruiting selection process. Like, okay, I'm going to forget their names. So who is the girl, and she came out of the pods with the guy who lived in the mountains, and she had a hair salon. She's like petite little blonde, like dye job blonde. She had bad duck lips.
First of all, let's not be mean to her. Poor thing got her heart broken.
Well, did she though? I feel like
What's
she just
Well, so the guy that you're talking about
yes,
is Nick,
yes.
who, I mean, if you didn't know Nick was a dick from the from the get-go, you're just, I mean, like,
He
come
just
on now.
yeah, in the pods, you knew Nick. You're a bit of
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
just like flip a coin today. I'm going to choose this one. So there was that, but
He wanted to get on the rest of the show. Well, can we so Annie is her name.
mhm,
What I find interesting is what interested me about this season, or I found myself saying a lot, was let him finish what he's trying to fucking say. And I don't know if and it was across all the women actually,
yeah,
except for Megan. I think Megan did let finish, but like they'd get in arguments and you're like with Joe, and who was Joe with? What was her name? Joe and Kate. Was it Kate? I don't fucking remember. Anyways, but like she never let him finish, or at least that's what it looked like. Like she never let him finish saying what he had to say.
yeah. I would.
And I was like, "Shut up, girl. Let him say how he's feeling."
I think
And then also, can we talk about Casey and Patrick?
Casey and Patrick. I'm
Casey,
because I got to find because I can't remember too many details. I want to talk
okay.
about Edmund, but Casey and Patrick. Go. Who's Patrick?
So let me just share my screen with you, Kelly. I don't know if I can
Please.
do this, but let me share my little screen here. I don't know what it's going to show you. Hopefully I'm not showing too much of my own personal information. Here you go. How's that for your little chessboard?
Can you blow it up? Because I'm blind.
Okay, I'm just going to take a picture of it and send it to you. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen. God knows what's going to happen, what's going to come up on it. How do I stop sharing? I'm now terrified. Whoa. Okay. Is there a
I'm just
chat
googling
function?
what you had the cash sheet. I'm just googling that myself.
Okay, so anyways, we will give this all of 5 more minutes because I have a dinner to get to and a country show to see, and kids to order a pizza for.
Okay, go.
So
Casey and Patrick. What do you want to talk about?
anyways, Casey was the super hot blonde, like gorgeous. The one whose boyfriend, I guess that she didn't really have, wanted her to go on another
Yes. Okay.
dating.
That
Like,
was
can we like you knew the second she saw Patrick, and I think Patrick's a good-looking dude.
and
My
she
feelings were so hurt for him
him
that she was just like, "I can't do this." I was like,
but you know what? She didn't even like, and I'm sure it's editing, but she didn't definitively tell him, like, no, it's, I got to go home. I'm not into this. I'm not attracted to you. Cause he was like, so then you'll call me back. You need to go home. I understand this is a lot. You'll call me back. And she never like put your foot down then and just say, look, no, it's not happening for me and you. It's over. He still had this hope the whole time. And I was just like, girl, if you're gonna be bold, just be full on balls out bold. And look, I dated on the internet when I first got divorced, and I remember meeting a guy who I'd talked to on the phone for gosh, like 2 weeks because he was on a trip, and so we didn't get to meet in person until we'd spoken to each other for many times. And once I met him in person, it was like, no, this is not going to. And I had to tell him, like, look, when I match the physical presence with the personality and everything on the phone, it just doesn't do it for me. I mean, you and I, we knew each other for how long? 2.5 years before we ever met in person.
"Yeah."
And there's just something different about being in person. It's that last little piece.
Well, I understand that. Homegirl was trying to get famous. Let's be real.
For sure. I think all
Okay,
of them.
I don't know. Anyways, what and by the way, I made a mistake earlier. I called her Kate. It was actually Madison and Joe that were together. And Madison, I was just like, "Girl, stop talking. Let him finish his sentence. Like, please. Please, Madison." Anyways, I love that show. I don't watch a lot of reality TV. I don't know why. I guess I just don't. I don't watch Desperate Housewives, or not Desperate Housewives. I did watch that. But like I don't watch the Housewives series. I don't watch The Bachelor. I don't watch The Golden Bachelor. But for some reason, Love is Blind, my other friend Kelly
Yeah. Well, here we
turned
go.
me on. Yeah, here we go again with my other Kellys. But she turned me on to it, and I just have been addicted. Like I don't know what about it, and I don't know. Anyways, Love is not blind, as it turns out.
Yeah, love is not,
So,
once it's in front of you, you're like,
but
nope, not love.
you know what I'm going to say though? Here's what I'm going to say. There's a lot of layers to people's looks, right? And into their mannerisms so it's not just about how you look. It's your mannerisms. It's even in your and for me, pheromones is a huge thing. Like I have a super super sensitive sense of smell, and if I don't like the way someone smells, it's not happening. Like and it, yeah, I so it can be how they look. It can be how they present themselves. It
Yes.
can be I mean, there's so many other their body language. Like, there's so many things that when you get out of direct conversation, there's so many potential ick factors. But you know who I
Well, I was
Go
just
ahead.
gonna say, back in the day when our parents, you never lived together before you got married. Like, oh my God, are you some sort of heathen? But there are things in just, you can deeply love someone, and living with them is something entirely different. And there can be a lot of icks in that, where it's like, that's how you brush your teeth. Like, there's a lot of stuff like that. So for this particular show and the way that it's set up, there's so many different phases of a potential relationship that they go through. Once there's like even the trip that they go away on, that's still like a honeymoon, and that's fun, and that's not real life. And when they get into the apartments and they're doing more of their day to day, then it's like, wait a second, you mean you have 2 beers in the morning when you come off your night shift? No. And now personally, I'm like, I mean, you're going to bed, and I'd have 2 glasses of wine before bed. So what's the problem? But I know she found that, and it was Anton, right? That had, or
Yes, Aaliyah didn't like that. Ali, I don't know.
yeah, yeah.
Do you
Anyway,
know we
interesting.
gotta move on. We have
Moving
other
on.
things,
It's not
but I
even
have
what
one more.
we're talking about
Hold
today.
on.
Yes,
One quick thing though.
yes.
I was really rooting for Megan and Jordan.
Mm, me too.
And I really was. I really liked her. I really liked him. I understand why she said no. I
Yeah,
get it.
but I was disappointed. I was disappointed.
I was sad. I thought those two. I thought she was going to be like, you know what? I've tried dating all these, other guys and it never works out. And da 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 da. These rich douchebags, whatever. And I think that Jordan really had a soul.
But here's the,
Mm.
can I say, like, her, it seemed the way they edited it that the majority of her, like, questions were related to the ability of his lifestyle and her lifestyle to match up together. Because she said, I like to go to, I go up into LA for a few days, and then I want to fly to Tahoe, and then I want to come back and do a, party at whatever, blah, blah, blah. Well, if that's true and that's what you want from life, and you say, I want to get married, that's cool. You can do all those things married, but then don't choose the guy who has the toddler, because there's no life where that's what you're able to do. Like, Christy, when's the last time you jetted up to LA and then Tahoe and then you whipped out to it? Like, you just don't do that.
Well, I am. I don't have a toddlers, but I am going to Austin, then flying to see you directly from Austin. So I'm going from Kansas City to Austin and then LA. So I guess
And I mean, people, are we going to podcast IRL, two people in this room together? Yes, I'm very excited about it. We're going to podcast live together.
we're also doing a special with Oprah, which is going to be really fun. I'm very excited for that. Did I not tell you about that?
Would my face look like shock and awe?
I'm totally fucking kidding with you. Oprah would be like, "Bitch, listen. Listen." So she'd be like, "You're invisible to me." Speaking of being invisible, the topic for today, did you like that segue?
I see what you did there. Well
I
done.
got it. We're going to talk today. It's also sweater weather, so I'm going to start getting my jersey out. But we're going to talk today about just the midlife invisibility cloak when it comes to women. And this all came, the idea for the show, actually, it was Kelly's idea. But of course, me being me, I have to like go get the numbers because I'm the analytical one. Well, you're analytical too, but I mean, you have a much bigger girl job right now and you're kind of drowning. So I've decided to actually do a little bit more on the podcast than I usually do,
Yay.
which is just show up and talk. So, but 70% of women over 40 say they feel invisible or overlooked in society and media. 67% of Gen X women feel that they've become background characters in their own lives. Nearly 60% of mothers say they have lost the sense of self after becoming parents, and half say they still haven't gotten it back. 2 in 3 women feel their confidence has decreased since turning 40, citing body changes and societal standards.
Let's
Ouch.
pick that.
Ladies, ladies.
That's an ouch for sure. But I mean, how many times have you gone out feeling like the shit? Like you're feeling really good about everything you look like, and all of you got it put together, and you go somewhere very public with a mix of people, 20 somethings, 30 somethings, 40 and above, and you know you're not getting a second glance, and it's like, damn, but I look super hot. That's hard to take in, because the 20, I have a daughter who's 19 and she's beautiful, and we'll go out and we can both be dressed to the nines and they're not looking at me, and I'm like, I'm smart and funny, and you should be looking at me. I look good. But they're just like elevator eyes on my daughter. And I'm like,
Well, if that were to happen with Presley and I'd punch him in the face because she's
well, right.
10.
Yeah. But in a decade, like you will be where I am in a decade going,
Listen, no, for sure. There's definitely in our society an emphasis on youth, specifically when it comes to women. And it's just you take the Golden Girls, for example. Like back in the day, I think they're like your age. I mean, not quite my age, but they're in their 50s. And you don't look like the Golden Girls, right?
okay,
So
so you're saying the Golden Girls at the time of the Golden Girls, not now. Like they're well into their,
yeah, like I mean, listen, I was watching the Victoria Beckham documentary on Netflix, which by
yes,
the way was really interesting to me.
yeah,
But, what's her name? Eva Longoria was on there and she's like 53 and I'm like, "Homie, you're hot.
yeah,
Stinking hot."
hot as shit. I mean, Victoria Beckham, I'm here for it. I loved it. I love the dynamic with David and all that jazz. She's thin as a pin, but I'm sure she was kind
Well,
of that
she's
way.
talked about her eating disorder, Kelly.
Yes, true, but she's driven a lot by societal standards when she was like competitively dancing and then too fat, but we won't go there. But I think that you look at them and you say, okay, if you're in your 50s, we're in our 50s, we, not you. Eva,
You, not me. Sorry.
Victoria, Eva, and myself, we are in our 50s. And then to your point, you look at like Rue McClanahan and the girls that were in Golden Girls at the time of filming. That was the fifth, they were in their 50s, and they today's standards look like they were in their 80s. So 50 doesn't look like 50 looked 40 years ago. But the invisibility thing is still there, because the flip side is 16 doesn't look like 16 either. 16 looks like 28. And so all eyes are like shifted on these teenage girls. And I think that there's a lot of even corporate bias and statistics around age related discrimination that happens probably a lot in women. But I think it's 80% of women will recount age related biases that have happened to them in work after 40 promotions and such.
Well, I think actually I would that's an interesting stat because I would say that as I've aged, I'm taken more seriously at work. As serious as anyone can possibly take me. But
Let me ask you that. Let me ask you a question then. So why do you think you're taken more seriously? Do you think it's your age, or do you think with your age has come confidence that you now project more and therefore people take you more seriously?
well, I think it's all of the above, right? I mean, I joined the We Do Not Fucking Care is it We
We
Do
do not
Not Care Club?
I don't
We Do
think
Not Care Club,
it's implied.
which by the way, if you don't follow her, oh my gosh, like
Yes.
girl,
Just so you know.
I mean, when I get up in the morning and I'm sitting there and I'm like, I don't want to do this today. I TikTok right to her and I'm like, we do not care. And today in the We Do Not Care Club, so my ex and I got our wires crossed, and basically my son didn't get his medication this morning. So I, with wearing no bra in my jammies, and I threw like this like Sherpa looking llama jacket over it. I don't even know where I bought this thing. It's hideous. Threw on some flip flops. It's raining outside. I got socks on, my jammy pants. My hair's like over on a ponytail side thing. Like half of it looks like Don King. If you don't know who Don King is and you're too young to listen to us,
Yeah,
but anyways,
you're in the room.
but so I went over there and I'm like, "What's up, Don? Need to give the kid his meds." And because I do not care. I'm
No.
like, I show up. I feel bad for the school secretary, Dawn. I love her so much. She's so great. But I swear, I show up there like either dressed to the nines, like looking like a homeless person. I mean, it's like she must be like, this bitch is so crazy. This bitch.
I would go to the Tim Hortons drive through to get coffee back in Canada in my pajamas with my winter coat over top, because Canada. I wasn't even, who fucking cares? And Andrew's like, I can't believe you're leaving. I'm going to the drive through. Unless I get in an accident, then there might be a problem. But who cares? I don't care. I'm just here to get my coffee.
Speaking of being noticed, though, right? And we'll go back to the whole career
Mhm.
thing and et cetera, et cetera. So, what I have stopped doing since my divorce, which I think I say wrong, my daughter corrects me all the time, divorce, divorce. I don't know. Is I used to go to like anywhere. I didn't care. Like I really like when my husband was going to be around, I made sure I was dressed and put together to a certain standard, which is I mean, I was the type of wife that like I work from home and I'm trying to make sure I have makeup on by the time you get home no matter what I was doing that day. I know I'm a little 50s housewife in me, but I would dress to a certain level, especially when he was going to be around because I wanted to make okay, I know. That's like maybe anti-feminist to me. I don't know.
I don't think
Anyways,
I don't take it from that perspective. I'm just questioning like, did you grow up that way? Like that's what your mom did?
yes. Well, oh, 100.
Oh, okay. Okay. Did you ever watch the Marvelous Miss Maisel?
I love that show.
But remember, she isn't that the, and you know me and remembering TV shows, but isn't that the one where she used to like measure herself religiously and she'd wake up early to put makeup on to go back to bed and pretend she was sleeping and looking beautiful?
Yeah. Listen, I grew up in a house where my dad was like at least 50 pounds overweight. My mom had 9 kids, and he was constantly on her about her weight or what she was eating. And Mama Mary did Jane Fonda through every single pregnancy. She was thin her whole life. But he would be like, "Oh, Mary, you're eating a little too much." Well, meanwhile, he's got this massive belly.
You're
So,
like,
yes, yes, and people who I am in therapy for all of this. Okay. Okay, we're working on it. I'm working on it. There's a lot to uncover there. But so anyways, so I would dress to a certain level when he was around, but like if I had to run to Walmart in the middle of the day, I gave zero fucks how I
you
looked.
don't care how many.
But now,
Yeah.
now
You
I'm
should look,
like,
Basil. You're pretty zhuzhed up today. You're looking good.
thank you. I'm going to have dinner and then to another country concert because apparently it's my week for country concerts.
Like,
But anyways, so now I instead of being invisible, I kind of want to be a little bit more visible.
well, so here's the thing, and it's ironic that you're wearing a print, right? An animal print.
Right.
Right, exactly. Like there had always been this like belief that older ladies always wore animal print and it was a bit true and I always thought it was a bit odd, but as I've gotten older I'm like I see why. Because you do end up in this world of a little bit of invisibility or at least lack of visibility. Those two things are, I don't think are the same. And so you want to, all right, I'm going to force you to see me. Boom. Here's an animal print. Here's some fucking glitter. Back to Sparkle Megan. Like, I'm going to shine, bitches.
Also, leopard is in.
I'm not, I have the best pair of shoes. Now, they're not your vibe, but they match your shirt. So, do you remember
How are
in,
they not my vibe?
I'm going to get there, and then you're going to be like,
Okay,
not
sorry.
my vibe. Do you remember Bass Weegens, the shoe, the penny loafer specifically?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, I loved those. Yeah.
Loved those in high school. I don't know what I did with mine. I think my feet are bigger anyway, so it's irrelevant. But they have made a comeback. So almost exactly a year ago now, I got hit on Instagram. Love me the algorithm with Bass Weegens making a comeback, and I ordered 2 pairs. One pair, red velvet. Fuck yeah. Bass
Yes.
Weegens, red velvet all day long. Yes. The second pair, now they have a lug sole, so they have a little bit of a thicker, heavier rubber sole, but otherwise the same penny loafer, but think black penny loafer with a tassel on top. And then on the toe inset, it is suede leopard print.
I love those for you.
So for me, it's a little bit of a lesbian shoe vibe. And you're a little bit too zhuzhy girly, and I have that little is she, isn't she? Sometimes, for the record,
That's just because you're really tall. Also, and you say what you think, but I will say I do have but so in the leopard print shoe category, I mean, I have a pair of 3-inch heels that are leopard suede.
yes.
Of course I do.
And
Yeah, the loafer thing. Now the hot red loafers, I'm here for
yes,
it.
they're
I'm here for those.
and you just
Those are almost like go ahead.
blue jeans, and just like a regular white crisp dress shirt with a big chunky necklace, and then these red fucking yes, I love them.
So you have an assignment when I'm in LA to see you. I want a white crisp shirt that doesn't make me look like a tent because I have such big proportions up top
Yeah.
that I have never been able to find one that doesn't make me look like a box.
Is
Um,
it the shirt or the way you're wearing it? Are you tucking it in or leaving it?
I listen,
We're gonna
we
find
can
it.
tackle all of that.
Okay,
because I love that look. I have just never been able to figure it out for my body. And again, I mean, I just talked about my dad with the massive belly constantly telling my mom, who's skinny, that she needs to stop eating certain things. So clearly, I have some fucked up views on what my body should look like. Although I'm very graceful to everyone else. I'm like, "You look good, sis. Go with yourself, with your bad self." And then I'm like, I'm doing the sorority thing in my own mirror, like circling in red pen all of my issues. Like I'm like, this needs to go, this needs to go, this needs to go.
You need to tell yourself.
And
You need to tell yourself. Well, but this sometimes I think this invisibility or lack of visibility is not a bad thing because you are a little more bold in trying new things because you're like it's not like everybody's eyeballs are like what is she wearing, what is she doing, you'd be like okay, so you can play it to your favor I think a few times, but I definitely think that, and you mentioned a stat about moms, and was it two-thirds don't feel like themselves? I think is totally relatable, especially now being in this empty nest mode that I'm in, because when you become a mom, there is no version of you anymore that was who you were before you were a mom. She doesn't exist. So you're in different phases of momhood, but you're still, God willing, always going to be a mom, right? And so when your kids move away and they're grown, it's what version of mom are you? And so it's closer to who you used to be because you're not actively parenting these children anymore, but it's not the 1.0 version of you before you became a mom. So it's kind of what are the things about me that I want to get back to being when I don't have actively these responsibilities for these tiny humans anymore.
that's a lot. I'm like,
You're like, I don't know what to do with.
it's Friday. Cheers. Cool. I'm with you on this one, Kelly. I'm
Yeah,
totally here for it.
yeah. I get why women say that. Yeah, I don't feel like myself anymore. Well, there's no you anymore that was the version before you were a mom.
So let's talk. That's very fair, but there isn't, and there never will be, and nor would I want her back. Honestly, like I think that for me personally, being a mom is a very welcomed title for me, and how my brain and body have changed because of that has made me a better human. And like you know, we I did a post the other day, or my company did a post and was talking to just random stuff on LinkedIn, but one of them was, you know, truths in our lives. And it was like, we love our children, but also regret having them.
Exactly.
So,
Love you, hate you,
but,
mean it. But
but I really don't. Like sometimes, like I want to like murder them, but I really, really don't. I love them. But I was going to tell you, I was trying to, as I try to fight the being invisible thing. So I went to the Chiefs game on Sunday.
how was that?
It was freaking fantastic, except I showed up and was sitting we were at club seats, sitting right in the sun, and I didn't bring a hat. So, of course, what do? I go and buy one.
Bought a hat.
But I forget first of all, I messed up. I wore my black Chiefs sweatshirt to a Raiders. We were playing the Raiders and their colors are black. But this sweatshirt I have is covered in clear rhinestones.
Okay, I'm here for that. Keep going.
Okay, like also it was not cheap.
No.
It is NFL, whatever. And I forget that I'm wearing it. Right? I forget that I look like a freaking disco ball and I'm just begging people to look at me because people will be like, I love your shirt. Da, da, da. Like, hey girl, like whatever. And I'm just like, so I guess one of the tools I use to fight invisibility is sparkle. Actual if they're what?
You am a walking disco ball. Thou shalt notice me.
I mean, but I'm gonna tell you, like, we were club seats, right? So we're on the same. I mean, this is where Tay. This is where you get into the suites. This is
You're
whatever.
ready to eyeball
Actually,
her.
I hate that I forget his name. I know it's Eric something, but remember Cam from Modern Family? So we saw him, Cam. But so like, it's funny because you're club level and you're like, all these people have a lot of money and you see people like I saw some of the players significant others and whatever, and I'm not the type of person to go up to anyone unless it's
And
Bono, if I see you, you
or
are mine.
Taylor Swift. Come on.
It's funny, it was really interesting. So Presley and I were talking about Taylor Swift and she's like, you think you're gonna see her at the game? And I'm like, I don't know. And she's like, Mom, if you could just meet her, I know you guys would be friends. And I was like,
I'm pretty sure we would.
that is so. I mean, we would. She'd be like, yo, bro, like,
Where have you been all my
you're
life?
smart. I'm smart. We read a lot. It's fine. And also, like, I don't get too much into celebrity except for Bono. Bono, I love you. I don't, I can appreciate their talent, but they're also just people. I'd probably be more apt to lose my shit over Travis.
Yeah.
Because Taylor, I'd be like, "What's up, girl? How are you? How are things? Let's go. You want to go have a talk? Let's go talk." But anyways, it was cute because Presley was like, "Mom, if you met her, you would be her friend." And I was like,
You would stick.
"Okay, why do you?" I said, "Why do you think that, Presley?" And she's like, "Because everyone likes you."
Well, especially in your sparkle shirt, you'd catch her eye and then it'd be like, who's this woman? And I need to know her. I think you mentioned sparkles. I think that's definitely one invisibility hack. And then humor and confidence. I think they're super underrated. Making people laugh and really owning your shit, good or bad. Like just like unapologetically awesome.
Well, and I think humor allows you to own your shit, right? Like, so because I've always made fun of myself my entire life. Wow, we really need the gold cups, Kelly, because look at our glasses. Okay, gold cups. Let me put this on Amazon.
I did
Anyways, but
go to
go ahead.
order them when Love is Blind first really started jacking up the cups, and they were too expensive. I was like, that's crazy. I'm not ordering those, but I might now. Don't watch me pour. Just keep talking.
Well, I don't know. I'm just like, what kind of Kelly's going to come out of this podcast? Are we gonna to me to call? I can text Andrew and let him know. P.S. You're getting sassy, Kelly. You're welcome.
It's game one of the Blue Jays versus the Dodgers. And just like full disclosure, I don't watch baseball, but can I get on a bandwagon for a World Series? You bet your ass I can. So, do I have any Blue Jays paraphernalia? No, I do not. Do I have a blue shirt? Yes. Do I also realize the Dodgers are blue? Yes. And I'm sitting here in the LA region. So, nobody's really going to know who I'm cheering for until I start vocalizing either joy or disdain. But for those who know, they know I'm going to cheer the Blue Jays tonight at a bar.
Oh, nice, nice. Cheers. Love that for you.
Cheers. So I'm
I love that for you. We have a big game. K State has a big game this weekend. We play KU,
oh,
which is
the
Kansas University.
yeah, yeah, the Wildcats.
The Wildcats play the Jayhawks.
Fun fact, they're not from Kansas City. They're from Manhattan, Kansas, for those of you who don't know better.
And KU is Lawrence, Kansas, which is closer to us. And so they used to call it the Toilet Bowl because they were two of the worst teams in college football when they played each other. And so, but anyways, it's the Sunflower Showdown is what we call it, I guess.
Okay.
So I'm really excited for that game. Kind of nervous
Watching
because
it, so
traditionally
watching it live or are you watching it on TV?
I have to watch it on TV because Presley has a volleyball tournament. And so I think the game starts at 11. Her volleyball tournament doesn't get done till 1.
Okay, let me ask you.
So as I have my phone up to be filming, quote unquote, my daughter, I will be, in fact, watching the damn game.
I am guilty. So at one point in time, Brady was playing volleyball at University of Western Ontario in Canada, and Aiden was in Tampa playing soccer. And many times they both had games at the same time. Now, of course, we were live in volleyball because it's a 2 hour drive. Aiden was a 3 hour flight away. So we would stream him. So we'd be sitting there live in the Alumni Stadium in London, Ontario, watching Brady and cheering and actively watching this streamed game of Aiden on an iPad on our lap. Double duty parenting. We're just like, yeah. And then you cheer for the soccer and like, oh shit, no, not for this game, this game.
I'm not sure. Okay. I had a weird moment this weekend. I was at Presley's. So club volleyball starts up very soon.
Mm,
I also have to tell you, Kelly, their fall soccer is finished for they're going to do futsal for the winter, which no one really cares about. But they're second in their league, but they are the only undefeated team. So they were I mean, this is not tournament play. This is for their league. They haven't lost a single game. Now they had 2 ties,
okay, but
which
still,
they had more than 2 ties, but the last tie took them out of first. Although the team in first had a loss. But we haven't had any losses.
interesting. Okay, okay.
So November 1st, anyways, so Presley starts November 1st is when club volleyball. So she's playing rec volleyball. And of course, they're like, who wants to play in a tournament on the 25th? And I didn't even look at it yet. And then I was like, sure. And then I'm like, damn it, that's during the K State KU game. I should be having a freaking party.
Listen, you shouldn't be having a party on the 25th knowing full well that you're hosting a party on the 31st, girl. Remember our fall girl energy and selective participation? You don't have to select all the things. You can just
I also
It's not selecting what you
Sorry.
do at all. God.
As I go to 2 country concerts during the week this week.
I'm going to take the next time that my girl's hubby is playing, I'm going to bring you because I feel like you're really going to enjoy it.
Yeah. Who's your girl's hubby? I know, but are we sharing that?
I don't know if we're sharing that because he has a lot of weird fans. So I'm not going to share that in respect of her.
He does have, you know what? He has some weird fans that I don't, quite frankly, want to be associated with. So let's move on.
But the good thing is, though he's super cool, she is cooler.
Of course. What relationship do you know where the man's cooler than the wife?
Probably David Beckham. I mean,
But you don't know them, Kelly.
I
I'm
don't know. Oh,
saying,
you mean of the people I really know where the man is cooler than the wife?
yeah. I mean, usually, like, it's the wife that's the cooler one.
I refuse to answer that on the grounds that it may incriminate me. I can think of one, but it's only because the husband has a British accent, so it makes him.
All right, fine. I'm not going to have
Do
you
you? Do you know?
incriminate yourself. No, no, I don't know a single one. I mean, listen, love, again, I don't do the loafers, right? I love me some men. But in all the couples that I know, I mean, maybe, but again, this is like cut my demographic, right? Where I live, education level, all of these things. But yeah, the women are usually the lead character.
Lead character in that movie. But let me just say, I mean, I have some cool ass friends who are girls, and they're badass women, yourself included. And
Thank you, love. I love you too.
I love you. But similarly, like attracts like, and they've got some cool ass banging fucking husbands, which is also cool.
Well, I need to get on that
You need on that
wagon.
team.
I need to find a banging badass husband. Not that I'm
Maybe
looking
not a
this.
husband, but just a fun partner. Yes, agreed.
Yeah.
But if I have a girlfriend who's married to adult,
Well, I asked my attorney, I said, hey, if I ever get, when I get married again, or if I ever get married again, will you do my prenup? And she looked at me and she's like, why the fuck would you ever get married again?
why would you get married again?
You know, I think there's some societal stuff for sure.
Okay.
Also, like religious, right? Like so, and you know, because I mean, I'm Catholic, right? I do believe in the covenant of marriage, and which people can judge me all they want for my current situation. You ever want to know the story? Come talk to me. I'll tell you about it. Okay. But you know, I don't know because I was just raised differently, and so this woman, I also, my lawyer, I was like, hey, you're married. Shut up. She's like, yeah, because I have 3 kids and I constantly get to see what the fucking dating pool looks like as they walk through my office. And I just looked through, I was like, you just made me so depressed right now. She's like, and my husband doesn't look that bad. I love my attorney. She does speak with the F words all the way there. Like I mean, she's like, why the fuck would you do that? She also, during mediation, at one point told me under her breath, she goes, shut the fuck up. And I was like, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. That's also a good invisibility hack. Throw an F bomb in, people start listening. I'm just going to go back to this marriage idea. So I am married for the second time. Would I officially have gotten married the second time? No. However, again, back to my Brady, we had our daughter and thought nothing of getting married. So my son had said, can we finally get married so we can be a real family?
Ow.
And it was like, yeah, because for Andrew and I, we were both like, we don't need to be, and we vocalized this when we were dating. Like, I don't have a burning need to be married officially. Once we had a daughter, I guess the boys felt largely untethered to the family unit, and that they felt would be crystallized by being physically married. So we got married officially because they were like, we're not a real family until we're married or until we're married, which is,
I didn't know that you had Emery out of wedlock.
yeah, I'm going straight to hell.
Hey, here's my thing. I think the line of people going to hell is gonna be really long. And I'll be like, hey, I'm just gonna pop upstairs to use the restroom.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I'm gonna sneak my way. I'm like, listen, guys, this line's really long and I really have to pee. I've had children, so I'm just gonna pop up upstairs to heaven and use their bathroom.
Yeah. And then
And then I'm just gonna
sneak in.
I'm gonna
Hey, God, hey, look at me.
I'm probably gonna like find a saint and like slit their throat. No, I'm just kidding. Whoa,
Oh,
wow, that
I was
was
gonna
dark.
say you were using
I'm gonna find a white robe, right? Someone that I know, some like my mom. I'll be like, Mary, I know you can hear me. I know you're up there. Listen, I'm gonna be in this bathroom. Bring me a robe.
snatch me
Get
a
me a
robe.
halo.
I gotta.
Let's go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or like every spy movie, you're like, boop, 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 boop. Nothing to see
Yeah.
here.
Now then, speaking of being invisible.
Yeah, that's when invisibility is really going to play to your favor. You're like, just sneaking by the pearly gates. Don't mind me.
So here's where going back to our topic, which we haven't stuck to for anything, which is pretty normal for
Why
us. But
would we?
you know, the invisibility cloak. I have to say this. I do use it strategically.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you gave an example of going out and not giving a fuck because there's probably a part of you that knows that the world is not scoping you. Look at her. She's underdressed. You're like, I don't care.
Right. But in business too, I use it sometimes.
Invisibility or underratedness? Which is it, do you think?
I think it's both.
Yeah. Yeah. I think one is a.
Because if I come in and you see me as a threat, whether you're male or female, right? It's like you can't come in and be like, "P.S. I'm fucking brilliant. I'm gonna kill it for you," and everyone's gonna actually. I actually once had a client be like, "I can't let you meet the rest of the team," and I was like, "Why?" She's like, "Well, why would they want me if they've met you?" Literally said that.
Ouch. Also,
Why would they want me if they've met you? And I was
was
like,
that a woman or a man who said that?
it was a woman.
Mm,
But I was like, I'm not your competition. Like,
yeah.
and she's like, aren't you?
Yeah, see, those are some other subjects we could unpack for sure. But I'm with you. I think there's an underratedness that comes that you can play to your favor, right? You're like, okay, I know if I come in quiet, people are going to make assumptions about my abilities, my intelligence, blah blah blah, and then I'm going to come in with the hammer after, and you won't see it coming.
Well, Kelly, to be honest, I've never gone anywhere quietly. I
Well, you
try sometimes. I try. I really do
will be
try.
so
I'm like,
demure this
Christy,
time.
what?
You plan to go in so demure, and then you go in wearing sparkles and leopard print. You're like, oh fuck, I didn't nail it. Whatever, it's fine.
Well, something dumb will happen to me. I mean, I
Okay.
could wear a perfectly pristine black suit with my hair in a bun and like light makeup or whatever, and something will inevitably happen with the weather or something. Or like when I was presenting, oh my gosh,
Your silk shirt and super sweat.
that's what I was going to talk about. Like, I don't know if I've said this in the
Mhm.
podcast, but the time that I was in, I mean, I'm going to tell you guys, you ever want to be intimidated? Like, I could speak in front of 500 people. Speaking in front of 20 engineering academics,
Yeah.
scariest stage ever.
Yeah, you're like, I'm so out of my depth on this conversation.
I'm well, it's just it's that, again, it goes back to marketing and everyone's like, "Oh, marketing is the hardest thing that looks easy." Everyone thinks they can do marketing. Everybody thinks. They're like, "That's not a science. That's not real." Someone the other day actually said to me, they said, "Yeah, there's no such thing as bad PR or bad marketing." I was like, "Oh, hold please. No, no. So,
Yeah.
there's no such thing as bad
I agree
PR.
with you on bad
There
press, but there's some bad marketing.
there is some seriously bad
I
marketing
mean, we
happening
could ask,
all over the
we
place."
could ask
What?
Bud Light. There's some bad choices that can make marketing. I did like what you shared recently, your company shared about McDonald's and their advertising on just a plain yellow billboard and then pumping out the smell of french fries and the brand recognition of the yellow color that's tied to the sensory experience of smell.
Listen, I don't even know how they do it. Like, you have babies and you drive by McDonald's and they see it. They're like, they want their fries. I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely insane.
I know. And also, is there a candle that I could light that would make my house smell like McDonald's french fries?
Gross.
Asking your friend.
I hate McDonald's.
Come
And
on.
my kids love it. And so when we get fast food, we go there, but like I don't eat it.
Well,
What I will do, I don't like it and I don't feel full from it. I'm like, if I want to get a cheeseburger, I'm going to go to freaking Whataburger or somewhere that has. Do you not have water? You don't have Whataburgers out there.
no, we do. I've just never gone. Okay, when you,
Kelly.
oh, how do you feel about In and Out?
Nah, overrated.
Overrated? How do you feel about In and Out French fries?
So I'm funny about French fries. Unless I can dip them in gravy, I'd rather have tots.
Okay, because I feel like In and Out French fries are a divisive topic, and I fucking hate them. Garbage.
Okay. I don't.
But people are like team. So here's what we're going to do. When you're here, we're going to podcast in person for sure. Then we're going to just get French fries at In-N-Out. We'll get a Diet Coke because fountain Diet Coke, yes, all day long. And we have to wash down those trash fries. So you're going to have the French fries and weigh in. I may have poisoned the well by telling you I think they're trash. And then we're going to go to Whataburger and we're going to get a burger. Deal?
Okay, deal. But here's the thing. Afterward, I don't really like to eat fast food. It's just kind of a necessity sometimes. So after we're done tasting these things, can we go to a decent restaurant?
Such a bougie bitch. Yes, we can.
I am. Listen, here's the deal. When you've struggled with your weight your whole life, you no longer eat shit that you don't love.
You're like, if these
Like,
calories are going in, baby, they're gonna count. I'm with you. That's
yeah.
Listen, it's Orange County, California. We have no end of great places to go eat. You just have to whittle it down to like what type of food or what price point so we can like there's a lot of them. Yeah, good choices.
Yeah, I'm excited to do that. So we have to wrap this up because my kids just came in the door and I have to like feed them.
I'm sure there's a McDonald's close by you could take those children to, and at least they'd be full because you've got a night full of country music and
Well,
shenanigans.
two things. One, we've had a cocktail. I don't drive after that. My sister will be picking me up momentarily. Um, and also they're getting pizza tonight. Yeah.
Okay, well, also DoorDash. You can DoorDash your McDonald's. My brother in law is here, and I woke up yesterday morning at 5 a.m. He was down in the kitchen because he's from Hong Kong. So I think it was like lunchtime for him. And he's eating wings, French fries, and onion rings. He's like, did you want a breakfast wing? I'm like, bro. He DoorDash.
See,
He DoorDash Denny's lunch at 4 a.m.
I'm here for that. I don't need like I eat spaghetti for breakfast some mornings. Actually, I don't traditionally eat breakfast. Just not that hungry in the morning. And also, I love me some other food that's not breakfast food. Like some people love breakfast food. I'm like, unless those eggs have more in them that are not eggs, I don't want them.
Well, I think that's why
Like
a breakfast burrito is the perfect marriage of breakfast and
it's
lunch. It's delicious.
it is, but it's also usually over 1,000 calories, and I just can't do that, Kelly. I just can't.
Listen, okay.
I just can't. I cannot, in good faith, order a breakfast burrito.
Okay, everybody, stay tuned when Christy's here in person and I have to go find the best place to get egg whites and fucking spinach for breakfast because we're going to consume all of our calories after 2 p.m. in liquid.
Well, yeah. Listen, Kelly, you can't have good wine and breakfast burritos. It doesn't work.
You can if you don't care about calories, but I hear you. I'm here for it. Oh, fine.
But yeah, but it's sad because I do love a good breakfast burrito. Like also, oh, I'm going to tell you my favorite breakfast taco. There's two places that have the best. Well, there's one place. There's one place. And when I was pregnant with Presley and I was working in Dallas for the Richards Group, there's a place nearby called Rudy's Tacos. And they had this bacon, egg, cheese, and potato taco, and then a brisket version of that. And I would create, that's all I ever wanted to
Okay,
eat.
you
Like I
are
could
on
eat
a
that.
mission. I can honestly say I've never had a breakfast taco. And as close as I am to the border south of the US and all their beautifulness around tortillas, I've never found a breakfast taco, but I'm into it. When you're here, we'll go find a breakfast taco. Maybe we'll film.
Uh,
Here's our breakfast taco adventures. Okay? You
also,
take
also,
the rest of it.
also, don't sleep on the Whataburger breakfast taquitos. Those are fucking amazing. But they're also 450 calories a piece. It's very sad that I know the calories in all food.
We're going to
You can.
get this out of you. We're going to get this out of you, my girl.
So what's hilarious though is actually I'm starting with my therapist. I'm starting EMDR, and I don't really know how it works, but he's recommending it for like trauma stuff with me.
I am
I'll let you know how that goes.
on Google. I want to Google. Is there electromagnetic pulses attached to this?
That you hold like two things that vibrate back and forth while you talk about trauma,
Right?
and it basically rewires your brain to like make that a memory versus like it gets rid of your trauma responses. It basically purges trauma from your body. I don't know. Listen,
Maybe
I'm here for it.
you
Whatever.
shouldn't have returned your vibration plate, and then you could have just sat there and jiggled your trauma away. I jiggle my trauma away every day. You're gonna wish you didn't return it.
Okay. And on that note, Kelly, I love you and you're the best part of my week so far. And you having this big girl job means
I
so
know.
while she was on sabbatical, I would get these amazing texts almost every day. I would get videos. They were hilarious. Like, she would curate my content for me so that I didn't ever have to go on any social anything to be entertained because Kelly curated it all for me. And it's like, this is the stuff that you're going to think is funny. I miss it and I'm kind of sad. And like, you sent me a text the other day, it was 2 words, and I was like,
What's wrong? Is she mad?
"Are you mad at me?" Of course I was like, what did I do wrong? Are you mad at me?
Okay, here's my
And I was like, Christy, your anxious attachment style needs to back the fuck up and remember that she just took over a ridiculously big job and she loves you. And the fact that she responded to you during the workday at all means a lot.
So here's my commitment. At some point, this fire hose drinking that I am doing will dissipate because I will actually get my feet under me and I will return with my useless and often too frequent texting of funny shit I saw on the internet.
I love that.
Okay.
Please, please.
I
Okay.
promise.
All right. Follow, listen, like, do whatever. Sorry, we were totally off topic again today. I think we should just start
And
here's our topic. We're not going to stick
here's
to
the
it.
topic. We plan to not stick to it all today, but also if you are feeling invisible, put some fucking sparkle on, put your shoulders back and own it, because either you're going to feel better or no one's going to notice. Either way, it's a win.
All right. Cheers. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.